During the interview process, I remember being asked a few technical questions. I remember being asked what my commitments were for the summer. Um, I was asked what my previous comfort level in the lab was, and I was given like a little practical test where I just had to pipette some water onto the scale so she could gauge my accuracy. I was also asked to bring a lab notebook to the interview so that she could gauge my record keeping skills. It wasn't actually nerve-wracking for me to have to bring my notebook to the interview or for me to pipette the water onto the scale because the practical test was pretty simple. It's like a one-step process. And the notebook, I think my notebooks are above average, they're pretty good. So I was actually happy that she asked me to bring it. My mentor did provide guidelines for the interview. I don't remember all of them, but I didn't have to dress formally or anything. She did tell me what was going to be on the interview. She did say that she was going to ask questions that were technical, and she did say that there was going to be a little practical aspect of it. So I was very well prepared for it. I didn't think that there were any unspoken expectations. I didn't feel the need to send her a thank you card or any of that, just maybe a follow-up email saying thanks for your time.
The interview process for this project was actually really funny, and it was different from any other interview that I've ever had for any research position. I was used to the typical phone call or Skype or just walk into an office and sit and talk to somebody kind of interview. When I walked into this interview, there was actually a container of spiders just sitting on the desk, and it was open because my mentor works with arachnids, and I think from the outset wanted to gauge if this potential mentee would be afraid of the subjects we were working with, which I thought was really funny, but also really relevant to the project itself, because I think a lot of people will go into this kind of program really wanting research experience and a resume builder or the funding or something, but at the end of the day, you do have to come in every single day, and you have to be comfortable with what you're working with, and you have to appreciate it, and you have to have some curiosities about it. And for this interview, I don't think my mentor stuck with all of the questions that he had planned for those 30 minutes that we were talking, and instead we talked a lot about the spiders that were just sitting on that desk in that open container. I had a lot of questions about them. The interview process was great because it felt like my mentor was actually really invested in finding a good mentee. Even from their end, that was prioritized, I think meant a lot to me, because I saw that this program was legitimate and that the people involved cared about the people that they wanted to recruit to this program.